Arsenal defeat Crystal Palace 1-0 at the Emirates. Satish, welcome to our channel. Welcome to Football Monthly. What do you think? End of this week, we will be top of the table, 6 points ahead of Manchester City. I think Manchester City also lost their game
Lost
1-0
1-0,
to
yeah.
Aston Villa. And very boring game today. I think Eze's goal, that was the only big opportunity which was created by both the sides. Even they didn't have a sniff at our goal, and even we didn't create much today. So it was like a one goal from Eze and that one set piece again for us. So very boring game, but 3 points again. What do you think?
Yeah, so I'll be very upfront. I thought against, how they played against Athletic Madrid, 4-0. And looking at this game today, I don't know what happened. Which Arsenal team turned up today was surprising actually because it was kind of a very passive game, I must say. Normally, you expect Arsenal to be slightly aggressive in the Premier League, but I believe there is some strategy which probably Arteta is working on, which probably I'm as I speak to you, I'm trying to decipher. I think he's being very cagey in the Premier League compared to in the Champions League. Champions League, he controls the game. If you have noticed the amount of goals he scored in the Champions League, except ignore the Panathinaikos match, I think he scored a lot of goals. And
Olympiacos. Yeah.
Olympiacos, हाँ, sorry, not Panathinaikos, Olympiacos को उसमें भी तो struggle ही किया था 1-0. But today's match, yeah, we won 1-0, but I won't say that we won handsomely. Because I think, of course, they also didn't create any chances, much chances, but neither did we, right? 60-40 पोजीशन था अपना और वैसा था कि ऐसा हो गया कि भाई इतने पैसे में इतना मिलेगा, इससे ज्यादा काम मत करो
हम्म,
भाई, एक गोल मार मार के
बहुत
खत्म कर
पैसा
दो
खर्चा
बस।
किया यार। बहुत
बहुत
पैसा
पैसा
खर्चा
करके
किया है। अच्छा
पता
खेलना
नहीं
चाहिए
इनको
था।
इनका तो एटीट्यूड वही था कि भाई बस हो गया, अभी मैं वो 4 गोल ज्यादा मार दिए मैंने, अभी ये नहीं करना है। बट या ओवरऑल सी आई थिंक प्रोबेबली वील हैव टू एक्सेप्ट द फैक्ट दैट this is how Arsenal is going to play now because they are very, very cagey about conceding goals. I think we've known what in the past few seasons that Arsenal used to concede goals at any time, right? At least now, one thing is for sure that they are now making it compact. So in a way, another clean sheet. It's a win. We are, I think, 4 points away. 4 points out, top of the league or from Bournemouth, I think. Yes,
Yeah,
right?
4 points.
Bournemouth,
Four
yeah.
points from Bournemouth. Bournemouth also. Yeah,
Bournemouth,
that's
yeah.
true. Arsenal have been very risk averse this season against the Premier League opponents and more so against the top opponents, Liverpool, Manchester City, and today Crystal Palace. At least against teams like Nottingham Forest and Leeds, we played on the front foot. But against these three opponents, we are trying to be a defense first kind of a team. And I think we discussed this during our preview as well, where we said that you said that you want us to attack more, and I said that I want us to finish the game in the first half. Both didn't happen. It was a very boring
Technically,
game,
they did finish.
ultra
They
boring
technically
game.
finished the game in the first. 1-0 के बाद तो कुछ हुआ ही किया ही नहीं। कहाँ बोले ना, बोरिया
हाँ,
बिस्तर बांध दिया, फर्स्ट हाफ क्या खत्म कर दिया। कुछ नहीं था, मतलब there was
and then
hardly see, kind of see, it's like there are two, obviously if you look at, you are watching a movie, right? Documentary रहती है तो documentary ऐसे like a movie like a Saving Private Ryan, where it's not an entertainment movie, whereas or you can watch a Govinda movie where you want to score goals. But the quality is basically, it was a quality game. Quality is where you find movies like Saving Private Ryan. So basically, Arsenal is playing that way. So I'm happy that we won, of course, and I think it was a kind of a decisive win. But yeah, थोड़ा थोड़ा अगर मसाला डाल देता तो रिस्क ले लेता तो मजा आता, but ठीक है. As long as we are winning, I don't have any complaints.
मसाला आइटम नंबर सब चाहिए ना तेरे को Arteta
थोड़ा
is
तो
like,
चाहिए
no,
भाई.
nothing. This is going to be a documentary slow burn movie, which is going to be a super boring one. You can, if you want
As
entertainment,
long as
then
as
there
long
is
as we
no
win,
go
I think
watch.
we हम बहुत एंटरटेनमेंट कर चुके हैं पिछले 2004 से लेके अभी तक। बहुत बार ऐसे था, वो आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर व्हेन आई वाज इन कॉलेज, Oh, I think that Eduardo broke his foot, right? I think that we played the best football. I think that side was the best
That
Arsenal
was
side ever.
one of the best Arsenal sides against Arsenal.
One of the
True.
best Arsenal side. So they've entertained us, but I think yeah, बोर हो रहा है बोर होने दो. Audience जो है हम तो loyal fans हैं हम तो कभी जाएंगे नहीं. तो yeah,
It's not only boring, it's also bad for our health. Every week we have to go through this for 2 hours. It's like जिम जाते हो रोज 2 घंटे के लिए, ये हर वीकेंड एक बार होता है, 2 घंटे के लिए हमको बैठ के स्ट्रेस लेना पड़ता है. एंड
exactly.
आई थिंक आई haven't, so अगर ये स्टैट्स बाहर आता है तो we would know about this. I think most number of passes today has been played by Gabriel and Saliba
Gabriel.
for
Yes,
Arsenal.
yes.
And they are not forward passes. They are passes to each other. They
So
played so many passes to each other in the central defense. It's like it's almost like they didn't want to attack. Meanwhile, okay, wait. Meanwhile, Tottenham scored one and Everton almost equalized. But okay, I think Tottenham
uh,
will finish third this week. So yeah,
today,
we
definitely.
we were only thinking of defending and counting on converting one set piece. I think that is what the tactic was today, and that is what the tactic has been against the best Premier League opponents. And Crystal Palace, he gave the respect which they deserved today. But tell me, who was the standout player for you? And Everton equalize.
अच्छा they equalized.
Okay.
Wow, wow.
Uh,
Standout,
who was the standout
stand.
player for you? It is very difficult for me to know to name one standout player. The easy guess is Eze, but even I was not
Yes,
happy with Eze's performance. Yeah, but who, according to you, was the best player?
आई थिंक गैब्रियल ही लग रहा है मुझे यार और क्या था एजे तो ऑफ कोर्स जो गोल मारा बट मतलब क्या था यार
नहीं,
मैच में मतलब
गैब्रियल
आई
गोल नहीं
डोंट नो.
मारा. गैब्रियल ने
गोल
गोल
नहीं
नहीं
मारा.
मारा.
नहीं गेब्रियल ने गोल नहीं मारा मारा तो ऐसे ने मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि गेब्रियल ही वो संभाल रहा था पासेस और सब कुछ वही कर रहा था पीछे से ही खेल रहे थे आज तो आई डोंट नो आई आई हैव माय डाउट्स हु एक्चुअली देयर वाज नो मैन ऑफ द मैच बट ठीक है इफ यू कैन गिव इट
There
टू
is no
एजे
man
यार
of.
ही स्कोर्ड.
Yeah, this is one of those games where there is no man of the match. Eze was again laborious. I mean, okay, he scored a goal. It was a wonderful goal. You cannot take that away from him. But he is lazy. From the Manchester City game, even on that game, I told you, he is a very lazy player. He is not an Odegaard. If you look at Odegaard, he is there demanding the ball at he covers every blade of the grass.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
think with Eze, I was particularly concentrating on Eze, what he does for the entire 90 minutes. Half of the time, he only jogs. That's it. Jogs from one side to another. That's it. Till the time the ball actually comes to the attacking third.
So,
Till the
so
time is
he plays only in one position, as you said correctly. वो एक ही पोजीशन पे खेलता है वो पेनल्टी के बाद जो स्ट्रेट जगह है ना वहां पे ही खड़ा रहता है वो. I think obviously
exactly.
he is not a Odegaard. Odegaard is more creative. If you see, right, I think I don't know. Apart from that Madrid game, I think creativity wise we are still lacking. मतलब ऐसा है नहीं कि कोई player like Saka was also very flattish today. I did not really like his game.
Saka was
Of course,
not good.
he was. I won't. I don't under. That's why थोड़ा different understanding ही ये है. But ठीक है. But यार Premier League अभी it's showing too much surprises, right? I told United will come back and they did. Arsenal really need to pull up their socks. अब ऐसा भी नहीं है कि यार अभी the infamous November month is going to come. So I'm just worried that how much Arsenal need to really keep focus. I think as long as we keep our defenses tight, I think we should be through. But this is only one challenging match which is there, right? I think Chelsea के साथ है और Tottenham के साथ है शायद नवंबर दिसंबर में. बाकी तो matches I think we should be able to still go through. But यार आज
So
का performance.
next two games are away to Burnley and away to Sunderland for Arsenal. I was just checking this when we started talking.
Hmm.
So next two games are away to Burnley and Sunderland. They are winnable games. And after that, we have Tottenham and Chelsea. So I don't know. Let me check where they away or home games. So not a bad run of game. Even Chelsea are
Yeah,
not that
Sunderland.
good.
Yeah, you don't
I
know,
mean,
right?
Sunderland.
That's the problem. In derby games, you cannot predict. And Sunderland was they won yesterday, right? With against Chelsea. And the team is not that tier two team, right? It's a good team. Sunderland will do well.
It's a
Chaka
good
bhi hai,
it's a
nice
good
player,
team.
yeah.
It's a
So you
good team,
don't
but
know.
I think we will win against Burnley and Sunderland. That I'm confident about that. But it's only the Tottenham and Chelsea game which we should be wary of. But and that comes with the Bayern game. We are also facing Bayern in between Tottenham and Chelsea. So three big games back to back for Arsenal this November. Yeah. So and one thing which we spoke about on our preview, Mateta was absolutely quiet. Mateta, Sar, and what was it? Pinos. The credit for that should go to only one player, that is Timber. Timber
Ah,
kept their left winger quiet. Gabriel kept Mateta quiet, but Timber was, as usual, he has been
absolutely.
playing e- extremely well. He's the one who has nullified every team's left wing. He has
Till now,
pretty
yes.
much, yeah, he has
He's a silent
nullified everyone's
boss.
left.
He's not allowed White to come back. That is itself is a statement, right? At the end of the day, he's not allowed. White has still.
No, no.
I think White is injury free right now, right? He doesn't have any injuries now.
I think White is not injured, but he will come. He will just play. I think the Carling Cup, sorry, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Otherwise, it's going to be Timber. Timber is the one who is going to start.
As
And
long as
even
just
if White comes, I don't think the drop off is too much. I think
yeah,
we
it's
can
not
handle with
definitely.
White. Yeah. So
But
uh,
then that last thing is of course Declan Rice. Yeah, that guy has been just fantastic. He's definitely he's the backbone of Arsenal, right? I think he should actually be the captain. To be very honest, he is a captaincy material, and he's done very well this season so far. So I believe him. So yeah, got off positive as you said correctly, and it's going to be challenging. We need to show that we are here in this season to win, not do you like I'm okay with the boring 1-0 1-0 George Graham era and all that. That is fine. भाई जीत लो बस और कुछ नहीं है.
no, man, I'm not okay. I think there has to be. I mean, okay, 1-0 is still fine, but you cannot play a football where you are totally dependent on your defense. That's it. Entire game, you are because
Yeah,
if you
but
look at the second half, after the 70th minute, just 1 point, like you don't get a chance to come back if you concede in the 70th, 75th minute. There is
that is,
always a chance of conceding.
I agree. And we got that lesson against Liverpool, right? So I think for all the people, yes,
Exactly.
Arteta should have done that, to be very honest. But then he didn't do it. Honestly, आज के match में भी he was not brave enough to score. So there is some thought process probably which we don't know. What they want to basically be rest assured is that you should have at least a 2-0 margin. I don't know what's his brain share. We'll probably need to understand क्या है, or maybe Palace was good enough. I don't know. But I did not see Palace as very good enough. We should have at least be more brave enough. That's what I'm saying, right? Zubi का ही मुझे अभी भी problem लग रहा है. Zubi is like a defensive midfielder. He's not someone who's goes ahead and does some creativity. So maybe this
Yeah.
is what his chain. Maybe that's the chain of thought what Arteta thinks. But again, I don't blame him. We have scars to remind us that we've not done well, right? At the end of the day, we so probably his and एक और भी चीज बोलना था कि since since I was also mentioning Jose Mourinho at Inter Milan, right? At the end of the day, he had a very good defensive record here, and when they I think won the Champions League as well. So it's not that the attacking team always wins. The
Exactly. Yeah.
the defensive team
Defense is important.
but I agree with you यार वो तो थोड़ा तो ऐसा ऐसे मैचेस में तुमको यार लास्ट लिवरपूल के साथ यही हुआ हम लोग पूरा मैच बैठा बैठा के और वो एक वंडर किक मार दिया उसने और गोल चला गया.
And it is working for as of now. This is what sixth clean sheet in the Premier League.
That's
So
an
far,
awesome record.
yeah, so far we have had 10 clean sheets this season. Premier League mein we have considered 3 goals, and other than that, we haven't considered conceded any goal in Champions League. And one game in Carabao Cup, we kept a clean sheet. So it's like 10 clean sheets, out of which six in the Premier League. That's like an amazing record. And main reason why we are top of the table, 6 point. not 6 points, 4 points ahead. So that's one big thing, and we should start talking about that as well. Like Raya, 6 clean sheets, and he should not be getting a credit for that because hardly he does anything according to
He
me in
hardly
the
did.
entire league.
Exactly. Of
At
course,
this killing,
he's blessed. He's
he
blessed to have
saved
such a strong defense.
he saved one cross. Like it was not a shot on target, but surely if he wouldn't have saved that, pulled off that save, there was a good chance someone might have scored from the Crystal Palace team. So he does things which goes under the radar because for the entire game he actually comes up with a save once or twice. He does not have to do anything spectacular. But one big thing which I got to know today from the commentators is that 3.5 games, 3 games and a half in Premier League, we are yet to concede a goal. Last goal was scored by Voltemada against New when we were playing against
Newcastle.
Newcastle, and this is the third game, okay, back to back in the Premier League. We haven't conceded a shot on target.
On target, yeah.
That's an
Good now. That's a
amazing
good.
record.
That's an amazing record. Yeah. But then also says that we are risk averse, right? At the end of the day,
Yeah,
if you
we
see,
have
I
been
think
risk averse.
16 गोल ही मारा अपन ने अभी तक, राइट? Which is I think similar to what the top Manchester City शायद 17 पे या 18 पे, पता
Hmm.
नहीं. But of course we've only considered 3 goals, so that's why of course our GD is high. City
I
also.
mean, goals would come. So there will be games where we would score. But the attitude which I'm seeing from Arsenal and Arteta is that okay, like only Newcastle game is the game where we otherwise we have been very passive, very defensive.
बहुत
That
टायर्ड
is
हो गए होंगे
something
यार, मुझे
which,
लग.
according to me, concerning. But there are so many things which Arteta might be looking at, and maybe that's why he's taking that decision. Because back to back, we are playing at least 2 games every week for the last few months. I mean, since the start of the league, because players are also playing international games. We also have Champions League this week. We would be having Carabao. So I think 2 weeks, 2 games a week, and that's why maybe he's taking that approach. We don't
Yeah,
know.
he needs to rest some players for the Carabao Cup. He has to take some rest. तो बच्चे लोगों को खिलाओ. I think there are a lot of
Hmm.
people who have not got the chance. उसको खिलाओ अभी और खत्म करो यार. मतलब थोड़ा break चाहिए. I think for Gyökeres has I think started in all the matches, right? He needs a break, just probably just to reflect what is happening, and then probably look at
Gyökeres
it. कैसे?
gave up in the last 2, 3 minutes. Did you see that?
हाँ वो तो
Gyökeres was
एंड में
not
खत्म हो
even
गया.
making a run after the 92nd,
He
93rd minute.
conceded he conceded a ball also ना 94th या 95th मिनट में भाग भाग के गया.
हाँ
शॉट
हाँ
मारने
हाँ.
से बॉल खींच के फिर वो छोड़ दिया उसने. मतलब he was done.
I think he was poor today. I think he was poor. His first touch
He was
was
poor, but
way
बॉल
off.
ही नहीं आ रहा है यार उसके पास. बॉल ही नहीं आ रहा,
No,
क्या करेगा वो?
see, one thing is we are not passing the ball to him. That's something which everyone acknowledges, I think. But even when the ball comes to him, he's not doing a good job. There was a long ball from Saliba, which he could have taken on his chest better than what we did. He chested the ball and the ball went somewhere. Okay, and there was also a couple of occasions where the ball was passed to him. Okay, but his first touch was not good enough.
Not
So
good enough.
that's
Yeah.
one aspect of this game which he has to improve. That's a big jump for I think Premier League from Portuguese league is proving to be a very big jump for him. Yes, he's
Yeah, definitely.
creating space for others, but he himself is not doing well when called upon.